Today, we are going to eat some of the best wonton mee in the north side of Singapore. We will be having another Hong Kong style wonton mee, a shopping mall food court version, and a wonton mee with more than 70 years of history. And we are starting here at Chan's Delight in Serangoon, where we will be having their signature noodles. We have fried wontons, boiled wontons, and for the first time in the series, chicken feet. It's gonna be great. The search continues for the best wonton mee. Let's get it, guys. Tao餐一盘式的，要。Thank you. I know what you might be wondering. Eldrick, how is this north? Hey, I'm not above using some gerrymandering. Anyway, we got wonton mee. The smell of lard just hits you. And looking at their lard, what is this? This is as good as giving me sour already. I haven't even tasted this, but it's gonna be hard to beat this for value. $4.50 you get 2 fried wonton, 2 boiled wonton, such big pieces of lard, char siu, okay not char siu, men roll, and chicken feet. Their basic char siu wanton mee was $3.50, the cheapest so far in the series. Anyway, let's get it. I don't believe that in such a saturated market like the wonton mee, there is such a clear winner for best value. For the cheapest price we have paid throughout the series, you get 4 wontons. Each has nice filling with black fungus and water chestnut. You also get such big pieces of lard. And not just the size, but the scale of it. You can see how puffy the lard is, similar to that of chicharron. And I don't think it's that straightforward. I think you need to do something to the lard, right, for the fatty part to expand. In Saro, they poke the fat. Some people use baking soda for the same effect. And this lard has the same texture. On top of that, they give 1 tablespoon of it, plus liquid lard in the noodles. Which brings us to the next hit. The noodles are seasoned so well. Seasoning is a very important skill in cooking, and I'm not confident that I can express it properly. The ability to salt something to the exact point where it is very tasty but not overly salty is very valuable. There's an interaction between what you use to salt it and at what stage you introduce it. But when that saltiness hits, right, it's just so good. But wait, there's more. We have a huge chicken feet. So this chicken feet is deep fried so that the skin will wrinkle and then braise. This is how they get such a nice texture. Like those of you who eat chicken feet, you know that this is melt in your mouth and yet the skin is wrinkly. And what is important is that you need to use a big chicken feet when cooking this dish, because if your chicken feet has no meat, right, when you cook it down, right, it's not very good. So usually they go for bigger chicken feet for this dish. Even the veggies are cooked well. What, am I glazing? I'm not. There's a cue right there. The stalks of the veggies are cooked to soft and not bitter. It is just so nice to eat. All this for $4.50. But it does come with its misses. The noodles are overcooked. I just said that at the end of the last episode how impressive the noodles are and then I just jinxed myself. But it's starchy and there's very little bounce, a little bit mushy. Not overcooked by much, but definitely overcooked. And then the next miss, while they give 4 wontons, all of the wontons are Cat 1 wontons. I would rather 2 of them like merge Dragon Ball style, right? And then they give me 2 wontons. I think the mouthfeel of the meat inside, right, will be way better at the same cost. Alright, let's wrap it up here. I'll see you guys at the next place. We are now in Kofu in Thomson Plaza. The last place I would expect to have good food. The tier list goes hawker center, old coffee shops, new coffee shops, food courts, and then shopping mall food courts. Especially franchise food courts. I cannot remember the last episode that was in a shopping mall. Anyway, we are here for Wen Kang Ji, and it looks so yellow. Sheesh. Is this the yellowest noodle so far? But we do get char siu for the first time today, which is good. Let's give this a go. Can you name any place that is in a franchise food court and also sells something that is top 5 in the country? Yeah, me neither. We start with the good points. The char siu is great. It seems like those who bother to do char siu end up doing pretty good char siu. Of course, there are levels to this, even amongst legit char siu. Like I would say episode 1 Fei Fei, Lai Fa Ba, and episode 2 Deng Wen Ji are the better ones so far. But this is good. You get nice permeated flavors, you get nice crust on the outside, you get the burnt ends. Hard not to be happy with it. But other than that, the rest of the things are quite meh. Not as in bad, like the noodles are not overcooked. They are really in the middle spot of being cute and overcooked. It's unremarkable. The filling of the dumplings, also nothing much. But together, they are all too sweet. The dumpling filling is sweet, the noodle seasoning is sweet, the char siu is obviously sweet. It builds on each other and really kills appetite. Sweet food typically diminishes one appetite and hate canon, that's why they serve dessert at the end of the meal. But all of these add together. I don't know if this is a preference, but I repeated this like a dozen times now. In sweet and savory food, I prefer the savory to be a big part of it. The sweetness should only offer contrast. Obviously, all of you are going to have your own preferences, but I cannot imagine eating sweet wanton mee to be a popular choice. Might be wrong. I do want to say that Wongkang Ji has different outlets, so it might very well be a case that I visited the wrong outlet. But if you all do come across anything that is in a shopping mall food court that is good, let me know. Alright, on to our third and final spot. Char Siu Wanton Mee 小吃要辣。好 ，thank you。来个吃。好。We are now in Yishun Park Hawker Center. Is it too tacky to make Yishun jokes in 2025? Probably, right? Anyway, we are here for 一口面, a one mouth noodle, our Hong Kong variation of the day. And just looking at it is promising, isn't it? You see how the noodle bends, the cuteness, the char siu, we got legit char siu again. This one looking a little bit better even. The gradients are really nice. And then we have dumplings, with the prawn already kind of peeking out through the sheets. Have we had any dumplings with prawn meat so far? Definitely not one with an entire prawn like this. So, let's give this a go. Can I just spoil you all? This should be the best wanton mee in Yishun. We have eaten quite a few variations of noodles now. Different thickness, different alkaline level. This kind is my favorite. This thinness of the noodles into the tiak tiak tiak, iconic of the wanton mee. It is not uncommon to seek bouncy noodles when it comes to noodle dishes like ramen or stir-fried noodles even. But like this tiak 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 is where it's at. And then onto the seasoning. There is this flavor that is in Myojo 100 Char Mee. I'm not sure if you all know. There is this similar flavor which I need to guess. It's like shrimp oil, but it does remind me of that. The noodles in wanton mee, if you take away the wontons, right, are simply gan lao mian. And there are like dozens of ingredients to choose when making your own gan lao mian. There are the common usual suspects like light soy sauce, oyster sauce, lard, sambal. But after that is how you want your noodles to be. We have come across dark soy sauce ones, we have come across sweet ones. And in that sense, I cannot say which is better. But what I can say is that this profile is something I like. The char siu is almost self-explanatory. What is not really shown very well is how thorough the flavor is. Every millimeter of the meat tastes the same. This is lean char siu, so the texture is pretty typical, but on the edges, it's crispy. Each slice of char siu brings that smokiness that is gorgeous. And then the dumplings. All of the dumplings that we have had thus far taste about the same. It just tastes like basic seasoned meat. And even you watching the insides of the dumplings at home, you can kind of tell. So it's so refreshing to have hakao. It just brings the whole bowl that much closer to Hong Kong. I don't know if objectively, if you compare a meat dumpling to a prawn dumpling, which one is better. But having, 11, 12 meat dumplings so far, and then suddenly hitting our first prawn one, I'm having my ankles broken. But there is one miss. I came here at like 1 PM, so it's towards the end of the lunch service, and the hot basin has a lot of starch. You can see that shine on the surface of the noodle. I don't want to repeat what I said last episode, but basically it makes the noodles sticky and floury, which really messes with the exterior of the noodles, even if the interior is tiak tiak tiak. This time I have evidence. You can see how opaque the hot basin is because of the starch that is left behind by every batch. Also bonus, you can see the tap going to inject new fresh water into the basin, as well as to replace the moisture that is taken out during cooking. So I'm confident that they have a very good noodle. I'm 95% sure it's in-house made. Or maybe, you know, it writes 手工面 on their signboard. So I'm no genius. But the cook on it in this instance is not great. Regardless, I'm 95% sure that this is the best wonton mee in Yishun. Maybe the king in the north. Alright, let's wrap it up here. I'll see you guys at the cafe. We are now at Real Food, next to Kotek Puat, and I got myself an iced black coffee. Anyway, recap. 13 plates in now. Our previous series we have ended here already. I think we got a really good understanding of where the average is now. And it still holds true what we said in episode 1. No place will have all three. Wonton, char siu and noodles. We had very good char siu already. Top class. We had very good noodles. But the irony is getting uncomfortable now that we still haven't got a great wonton. Good wonton sure. Yongchun, Laifa Bak come to mind. But a great one not yet. Is it unrealistic to expect a wonton to have the same punch as a ravioli? Like, I don't want to care whether the skin is too thin or too thick. If the flavor in the filling is very good, right? You won't care, you won't care. 1 month in already, still not good wonton. I think we need to take a more drastic approach. 1 plate I'll walk for the wonton mee, 2 plates I'll take a bus for the wonton mee, and 3 plates I'll go anywhere in Singapore for the wonton mee. And today's wonton mees get 212. I know what you're wondering. 4 episodes in and you have already covered north, south, east, west. What's next? You already know, right? To be honest, I was torn between the many great choices in Malaysia. There was Johor Bahru, Pontian, Bentong, Penang. So much so that I defaulted to the age-old saying, if you're good at something, prove it in the capital. So we are back here in KL, right in front of the Twin Towers, where I'm trying to take this time lapse. Hopefully it looks good, but even if it doesn't, that's fine, because what we are here for is the best Malaysian version of the wonton mee. But all that's for next week. For now, that's all I have for you guys this time. I'll see you on the next video. Bye!